Hello everybody and welcome to the Big Red Ramble on Mass Effect 3.
With spoilers!
Spoilers! There's spoilers!
Spoilerific endings galore and all that good
There
stuff.
are spoilers!
This is why we've left it for so long. It's like over 2 weeks now.
Seriously,
but,
if you haven't finished it, there's something wrong with you, or your name's John Brady, one of the two.
John Brady.
I can promise you that before talking about this video game, all of us have played it and finished it. Unlike certain Scottish people who inhabit the site who ramble about games they haven't played or finished, apparently. Yes.
You know, one thing they did right in Mass Effect 3, Edie got really hot.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, for a robot at least. So,
Certainly part
it's
robot.
not bad. I just loved all the speaking with her and Joker about a bloody relationship. It's like, what?
I know.
What's actually going to happen at the end of this? Is he going to insert something into?
No,
one
you
of
know
your
what? He
ports,
summed it up
or-
perfectly when he said, "Well, she might break my hips, but
Yeah.
is it going to be worth it?"
Well,
I was like, "Yes,
I mean, looking at butt naked Edie,
get in there, my son."
because she does wander around butt naked, doesn't she? But, you know, there was no... You know, a bit like a bomber has, like, kind of bomb doors with flaps on it. All right? Nothing like that going on. So how would they kind of bump and grind, or what would they do? I don't really know.
Blowjobs.
Yeah. No
Lots
idea.
and lots of blowjobs.
Turbo jobs. That's what it would be. Anyway, who the hell are we, by the way?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm Tudor.
Hello, Tudor.
Hello, Tudor.
We have Dan.
Hello.
We have Dave.
Hello.
And last but not least, we have Kev.
What's up, nerds?
Hello, Kev.
You know, Kev, the last time we did this, he thought you and I were the same person.
Yeah, I got confused.
I don't know why, because we don't look alike, we don't sound alike, but yet we're the same person.
I said Kev out of bloody habit.
Hey, my Texas accent is not that bad, thank you.
My Texas accent is bloody splendid. I'm doing it now. That is, of course, before the American Civil War, that accent, but still quite good, nonetheless.
That's okay. I'll take back my frustration on your picking on me in Assassin's Creed 3.
True, as will the rest of the way. It won't be actually me you'll be stabbing in the face, I'm afraid.
Oh, I'm going to Photoshop your face on every person I kill in Mass Effect 3.
Terrible shot there, wasn't it?
So, what mission are we doing here then, Judah?
This is the
The
very
lens
lovely
flare mission.
Yes, that
The
one. It's
battle.
Geth
Oh,
Dreadnought.
that's why they tied it in with Battlefield 3. It's got ridiculous lights.
Hey, we made the connection.
Yeah.
Other than EA.
Might I just say this is a mighty fine tube we're walking down.
Yeah, well, Shepard has to get used to walking down a long tube.
It's good to see you pick the really exciting part of the game
Yeah,
to show us.
thanks, Judah. Great video editing skills.
Well, we didn't speak over the cutscene, which I actually loved, so that was the whole reason that got in there. But this was just literally 1.5 hour of the entire mission, start to end.
Of course, speaking as a professional architect, this is a very interesting tube surface that they decided to go with here. This design is very good.
Say it's tubular.
It's tubular.
Yes.
I'm not really an architect, but I don't know if you know.
You just pretend to be one on TV.
Yeah.
Why would you pretend to be an architect? It's a very nerdy thing to pretend to be. I am an architect.
Whatever,
Touch
you're an
me, I'm
actual
awesome.
doctor. There's nothing nerdier than that.
This
Yeah.
is true.
You
Why
nerd.
does this always come back to, the inevitable conversation that would follow on from that is sticking fingers places, won't it be? I know that.
Do
Always.
you wear gloves?
Yes, I do wear gloves. And I use lube. Thank you very
You
much.
can stick fingers in my places.
I don't want to do that.
Dr. Dan.
No, there is no medical indication, therefore I shall not do it. I'm not relieving you in a prostatic manner, thank you very much. Anyway, this is a mission with guns and awesome
Yeah,
stuff.
we've got out of the tube now, so we can actually talk about the bloody game.
Yes. So this is, about half, 2/3 of the way through the main story of Mass Effect 3, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct.
Depending on how many side missions you did.
Well, yeah, it depends. It all depends on the order you do it. You can actually completely skip some of the priority missions. I think you can skip out on.
That's
by
just
not doing
flagrant
any time.
disregard for the word priority, man. Why would you do
Yeah,
that?
exactly.
It is, and then you don't get to see Jack's new haircut.
Oh, she looks hot
Oh,
in this game.
Jack's not a priority though.
She's my priority, if you know what I'm
Damn
saying.
straight she be a
Pretty
priority.
much all of the Mass Effect 2 people you come across aren't priorities, except for Thane, Mordin, and Miranda.
She's not a priority, but she's on the school that they ask you to go save.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's not a priority.
That is a good school.
That is an
But yeah.
awesome school.
Oh, that school's a bitch though. I think that's the only part of the game that I had trouble with on like the easiest difficulty.
No,
as well as
I
hard.
absolutely agree, because every goddamn enemy in that place has a turret to put down.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
they either have turrets or like shields and guardians with the two types of shields.
I didn't have any problems.
But between all the enemy types, though, I thought there was kind of massive differences in difficulty. Like, facing the Geth is actually relatively easy because there's only so much they can do.
Well, that's because they got rid of those Scion guys. Those guys were
Oh,
bitch.
they were hard. They were double hard.
No, they just upgraded them and turned them into banshees and brutes. Because they're still the Reapers.
Yeah, the Reaper enemies are so hard. Like, if you play on multiplayer, my heart sinks when you find out you're facing Reapers, just because it's so unbalanced. They are so hard.
It's the Banshees that are the nightmares, the Asari
Do you want to know the worst thing
converts.
about the Banshees, though?
What?
Worst thing is when you're using a headset and the sound dies, so you can't actually hear the Banshee coming up behind you.
Bottomley's online. He's my friend. Hello, Bottomley. Good skills in turning your notifications off, Tudor, for this video
Shut
capture,
up.
by the way.
I was busy playing Mass Effect.
That's fair enough.
Ooh, you unlocked a gun.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good gun as well.
If you had sex with Tally in part 2 and you chose to continue that good lovin',
Yeah.
during this mission there is a lot of witty banter back and forth. And I took Garrus with me. He's like, "Will you guys knock it off?"
Did she catch space herpes off you in Mass Effect?
No,
2?
did you? Have you not seen the picture of her? She's actually pretty hot.
I did, but there was, again, nerd outrage about that, for love of God. I can't
Yeah.
believe the amount of outrage.
Why?
Because they used a stock photograph
So?
for her face.
And it was a pretty girl in a stock photograph.
Yeah, but all the nerds were
She
like, I
wasn't that
can't
great."
believe they didn't actually get a real person and take a new photo of them. They used a stock thing and they're so lazy and I hate this game. Or words to that effect, which is kind of, they need to get a bit of bloody perspective. Thank you very much.
You know what? Let's petition it.
I want a petition. Actually, we were going to
I'll
start.
start a fundraiser.
I vote Eva Green. Make her into Tally.
My petition is for Jack to be in a wheelchair for Mass Effect 3, therefore making her the virtual Professor X of the most awesome X-Men school ever, which is essentially what that mission in the school is.
Is she going to have to shave her head?
Yeah, again, but she started off like that anyway, so she won't mind that much.
Oh,
She's
let
a
her keep the
professional.
mohawk.
She'd do it for the art. She'd love it.
Did you dance with Jack?
Did I? What with Jack?
Dance.
Have a dance.
I gave her a dance.
In Purgatory.
You can dance if you want to.
I did. Oh yeah, I did dance actually, and I thought Shepard was throwing some mad shapes in.
Yeah, son. I was getting down my brakes, I was pulling some windmills.
Yeah, he was all over it, wasn't he? I was like, damn, because you've seen the way he usually dances in Mass Effect, which is he kind of does the old the uncle dance, just kind of shuffling on the spot, and he was giving it large.
I was dropping groove, son.
I've never felt more middle class than this very moment. Yo,
I'm so glad.
Shepard was throwing some mad shapes, yo.
He was improvising like a mother bitch.
He was listening to the step-dub music and everything. It was amazing.
Yeah. Seriously, if there's one thing I would really like them to improve, or I'd hoped they would improve in Mass Effect 3, it would be that the club would have more than one song. Give them two.
Yeah.
On
Exactly.
loop, basically.
I'm a little surprised, given that it's an EA game, that they didn't just have a load of Skrillex songs in there.
Or just dubstep some of the Rock Band library.
Yeah.
You see,
that's what you used to do
I
these
still
days.
think Skrillex sounds like some kind of toilet unblocker. I really do.
It sounds like it as well.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, your bogs block, better use some Skrillex, mate. Whoop, whoop, whoop. It'd be great. And the shockwave power does sound like a localized outbreak of dubstep.
I was just about
Whoop,
to say,
whoop,
if
whoop,
you
whoop.
play as a Vanguard or an Adept, you could quite easily, with a bit of dubstep backing music, just have a music video ready to go. No cutting, no editing, nothing. You just can throw about your biotic powers.
Nice.
It works so well, which I'm not happy about. 'cause that's
Well, what are you
Shocking.
playing as in this
Yeah.
playthrough?
playing as a soldier, just because I imported it from Mass Effect 2.
Represent!
You can still pick your class again, though.
Oh yeah, I know you can, but I just thought, I'll go as a soldier. I'll go in as the normal
Now,
one. 'Cause
I know
usually
what you
play as,
did.
like,
You
a
put on your
sensible-
thick-rimmed specs and went, well, this is my canon playthrough, therefore I need to choose a soldier. It's not your...
This is my review playthrough. This has nothing to do with what I'm actually doing for the story.
Do
I haven't
you
even
want to hear a
started
fun fact? 89% of players who play Mass Effect choose the soldier class.
Whoa!
Are you serious?
Too many.
It's the most boring class.
I know.
It kicks ass.
I tend to play as a Vanguard or an Adept.
I go Adept every time.
Did you know if you go talk to Freddie Prinze Jr., you can get Carnage? He'll teach you the way.
Oh, God, what a shite character.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I thought it was a bad idea to have any new characters that you're supposed to, because especially in this mission, when you walk around with Garrus and Tali, like there's a lot of banter, a lot of hey, remember the time we did this or whatever. There's this, I guess sense of hey, we're old friends. It's like hey, you got the new guy, and he's like hey, loco, and it's like no, dude, I don't care about
I hate
you.
him. I hate James.
He's such an idiot.
I ignored him for the whole game.
But again, he can teach you how to do Carnage.
Yeah, Carnage does kick ass. Carnage is awesome. Unfortunately, for me, the bonus of having Carnage wasn't worth putting up with talking to that mobile scrote for an hour's worth of gameplay, quite frankly.
You're so posh.
He's such an idiot. Such an idiot. Hey, we need a vaguely South American stereotype. Can we do that? Yes, we can. Bring on James Vega.
You know what else annoyed me, character-wise?
What?
Who forgot to teach Jessica Chobot how to voice act?
Yeah, and what did they do to her face? Look,
And the
No,
rest
what did
of
they
her,
do to her boobs? I've met Jessica Chobot. Her boobs are not that big.
yeah.
You know what? Weird character, Uncanny Valley aside, the voice acting was so terrible.
Oh yeah, because she's not a voice actress. She's
She's a presenter.
TV presenter.
Yeah.
It just sounded like she was presenting IGN's Fix or something the whole time.
Hey, what's up? This is IGN. We're going to teach you how to do some stuff.
Hey,
Oh,
Shepard.
wait, this is Mass Effect.
They should have had her be like a sparring partner at the Spectre headquarters.
Yeah.
So like, all
Beat
right, you
the
want to learn how to
shit.
do this, and you go listen to her crap, and then you get like a level up or something.
Or I would like to have been a robot, and it could have been Chobot the robot. It'd be brilliant.
Have you seen the sex scene you can have with her?
Yeah, where you see her uncanny valley, presumably.
No, you don't.
What? Ah, damn it.
No, it's really bad. It's like she's like, I need to keep up my journalistic integrity or something like that, and he's like, oh, don't worry about that. And then
That's
it
not
just-
the only thing that's being kept up here, darling.
yeah. It's like, oh,
Da-dum, bow! Did anyone else not find Kelly Chambers and get really annoyed?
I didn't find her
I didn't
because
find
I
her.
realised I didn't have dinner with her in Mass Effect 2.
She died in Mass Effect 2 for me.
Is that the prerequisite, that she's got to live in Mass Effect 2 and you've got to have dinner with her?
well, how else can you meet her if she dies in Mass Effect 2?
But even if you keep her alive, though, you still need to get to the point in the relationship with her that you've had dinner with her. You don't need to have a romantic relationship, but you just need to have dinner.
Doesn't she turn up in like some weird bondage S&M gear or something? She's a bit of a filthy so-and-so.
In her romance scene in Mass Effect 2,
Yeah.
she's in the
She's
dancer outfit.
Filthy.
Really?
I tell you
Yeah.
who else is filthy. Her replacement in Mass Effect 3. She's a filthy little minx.
Steph
She's a,
Trainer.
hot, she's a hot little strumpet, isn't she?
She does have a very sexy accent.
And she's a lesbian, isn't she?
Yes, you can only. Although I didn't trigger what would have been the love scene, but having apparently, I had the right dialogue with her as man Shep to trigger the
Yeah.
romance, but no showers were involved. Sadly, no sleepovers, or pillow fights or anything like that. Bit of a disappointment.
Oh, way to stereotype, son.
Yeah, that's what I'm about. Sorry, female listeners. I'm terribly sorry. Just for me.
He would like to invite all of you over to his flat or castle or wherever he lives.
Castle Dave, thank you.
Yes, castle, for a shower and a
Yep.
pillow fight.
Yep.
Abode.
It's like having a smoke and a
And
pancake.
you won't need to worry about me. I'll just be in the corner, rubbing my thighs, enjoying myself. Thank you very much. Anyway, so this mission,
So we're fighting the Geth.
we're finally getting. I actually think this is one of my favourite missions from Mass Effect 3 because depending if you've played a lot of stuff from the Overlord DLC comes back in this, and Legion, who is one of my favourite characters out of Mass Effect, the Mass Effect series, has a big role in this. I think it's a great mission. It kind of plays off against the whole kind of Quarian Geth thing, which is great, and kind of you have to make quite a tough call at the end of this mission as well. I think it's a good mission.
Yeah, but depending on your Paragon or the amount of Paragon you have, it really makes the Quarians look like assholes.
Yeah, I thought they were assholes actually.
Yeah.
No, there's no getting around. Like, either way you play, they are the arseholes. It's their own fault that the Geth fought back.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, no, apparently if you have enough Paragon, they, Stevie Wonder it and Paul McCartney it and live together in harmony. They go ebony and ivory.
Yeah, I got that.
Yeah, I got that as well.
Oh, well, in my playthrough, I didn't have enough Paragon, so the Geth obliterated the Quarians.
It's because, Dave, you're a redneck badass, that's why.
Yeah, and Tally killed
Tally
herself.
committed suicide, yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
I stopped Tali committing suicide with my Paragon points. I threw those numbers at her.
That was definitely the best use of Paragon points ever.
Did you show her your Paragon?
Like, I hit the Paragon button and it didn't save her, and I'm like, so why did I get the Paragon trigger pull?
But that decision that I made, and I'm going to go straight into the inevitable ending segue here, is the exact reason why the synthesis ending was so perfect for me, because I've spent three games, about 100 hours of gameplay or more, arguing that the Geth and all other AI that want to preserve their own lives are entitled to those lives, and that humans are as entitled, and that everyone should be living in perfect harmony.
Yeah, and I was exactly the same boat.
And when they offered me the option to turn every life form into an equal, I was like, you know what? That's the perfect end to my story.
Well, on my initial playthrough, because I completely ignored the multiplayer until I'd finished a single-player game, I only
Foolish mortal!
I know. Well, I didn't want to have to mingle with the people in the cheap seats, Dave. It was as simple as that. Thought it was.
I don't even know
me.
what that means.
Yeah, the rapscallions, the paupers, the plebs, etc.
I know you're speaking English, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm doing an excellent job at offending everybody this video.
I just thought you just transitioned so seamlessly between middle class and upper class.
Yeah, well, I am upper middle class, so I'm on the verge. I'm on the verge. But anyway, I mean, I only got the Renegade and Paragon options initially, which was the Renegade where you destroy the Reapers and all other synthetic life, and which is kind of the Anderson.
What right do you have?
I know. Or the other one where you become a Reaper. You take control, as it were, and that to me just seemed a bit
control.
I beat you to it.
seemed a bit egotistical.
No one man deserves that power.
No.
It's all that power, but okay.
Yeah. I have to say, sorry, just come back to the mission in hand, that bit with the shockwave really annoyed me. That was such a tedious mission, that bit of the mission.
But what I don't get about that is the Geth were completely unaffected, but they're synthetics. Surely they would have been more affected by a shockwave.
Tudor, shh.
Oh, sorry, I forgot Bioware might be listening.
Yeah, you're like the kind of person who'd point out that the explosion didn't start in the local cluster, for example, on the Bioware forum.
Some little douchebag pointed that out yesterday.
Yeah, what an idiot.
Did someone really go that far?
Yeah, Tudor did. Yeah, and their name was, what was it? Chris.
Oh, this doesn't even surprise me.
Tudor. Yeah, that was it. Tudor. Oh, hello, mate. How you doing?
Hello. Yeah, so yesterday I was watching one of the many videos on the people with endings, and I went, oh, hold on. There's an explosion that we're seeing on the galaxy map. It's right at the bottom of the galaxy, right on the very far reaches.
So is it...
But that's not where the Soul Relay is. That's not where Earth is. That's not where the Citadel is right now.
Are you really...
How is it starting there? That's kind of my argument.
Yeah. But is it inevitable at the ending, the mass relays explode?
Yes.
Now,
every time.
here's another thing that doesn't settle, because in the Arrival DLC... Is it Arrival DLC, where it's the Batarians?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you blow up the mass relay, it totals the all sentient life in the system.
I don't think they blow up as much as they just sort of burn out.
Yeah, they sort of use up all their energy, and then there's nothing left holding them together. That's what one.
They don't.
About how the mass relays affect.
Also, the Soul Relay isn't in our solar system.
Oh my
Shut
god!
up.
Just let it
Why
go.
isn't it?
Let it go.
Which is our relay then?
The Soul Relay.
No, it's local, isn't it? That's just what they
No,
call
we're in a local cluster, and we use the Soul Relay.
Yeah, there is a relay in Soul, because if you read the Codex, young David, I think you'll find that the reason why we expanded
I play Mass Effect to kill people. I don't play Mass Effect to read.
to shoot some varmints. That's what I want to do.
And then I have to sex.
It's all about guns and sex.
Yeah.
So did you just skip all of the cutscenes then, Dave? Oh my God, this is boring. People talking at me and I can't shoot them in the face.
Actually, during cutscenes, you can have that option. Like,
It's true.
when you're fighting that Asian guy, there's that
Thailand.
one point where you can
Thailand.
choose to go renegade when he's about to stab you in the back, and of course
Yeah.
I hit the renegade button.
Yeah, I did on
not
that.
that it changes anything. That
Do you know
doesn't
what?
change anything. Shepard would still do that even if you don't use the renegade. option.
Yeah, but it's so
the
more
co-
badass when he's like, "This is for Miranda, you son of a bitch," and then
Yeah.
he jams his.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
for Thane for me.
Yeah, it was for Miranda
Oh,
for
yeah,
me.
yeah. That was for all of them.
Miranda survived in mine.
Oh,
I didn't even get to see Thane. He died before I got to the hospital.
Oh, Thane saved the day on the Citadel for me.
and then he kind of like, now with my last breath. It was all very emotional.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
kicked Kai Leng's ass
He
on
did.
my save.
Although with Kai
That's the
Leng,
best part.
I just want to go to him, dude. Aren't you meant to be in Deus Ex? That he seriously it was like, dude, you're in the wrong game. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Well, they already ripped off the ending of Deus Ex.
Oh, hello.
But I went there.
You did. Right, okay then. So we're clearly not paying any attention to the video that's running in the background, but thank you for making it, Tudor.
Yeah, I'm so glad.
I mean,
that
what
the time
did
into
you
that.
guys feel about the ending? I mean, I kind of, as I said in insert, I'm just going to insert a shameless plug for my podcast here in BRB UK episode 6. I actually felt that the ending wasn't brilliant, but surely the way that Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 fed in very subtle ways to the whole story of Mass Effect 3, I felt it was reasonable, and it kind of had to end, and the choices had to narrow down at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, there were. I mean, for me personally, I definitely went through the 7 stages of grief
Right.
very quickly as well.
You know one of them isn't wanking, don't you?
No, that comes before the ending.
Shepard Commander.
But that's a happy ending, Tudor, wasn't it? Whereas this?
Boom. There's the happy ending we all wanted.
Yeah.
No, I was really quite emotionally hit by it, and that's one of the things that made me give it such a great review. It's like, if it wasn't for the fact I was so invested in the characters and everything, then I wouldn't have got that emotional response. And that's really what Mass Effect's been about for a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that really hit me. So, but I've just accepted it, and now that's the ending.
Well, my big question is some of the people who are bitching, like I knew one of the guys I play with, he was really mad. He's like, I don't understand. And I'm like, what? And then I finally beat it, and then we discussed the ending, and apparently he missed something like he chose the blue option. He walked up to the machine, he put his hands in it, and then it ended, like it went to the credits. Or no, it cut to Joker and them in the Normandy speeding.
Really?
Yeah, like it cut something out. So, and it's like, so is that what some of the people are experiencing, which is why they're so confused and pissed off?
I
don't think so.
The only beef I had is because I have to say my general team, probably because I was playing as a Vanguard in Mass Effect 3, I tended to take Garrus and Liara with me for most things. Now, obviously, Garrus and Liara, it's kind of implied that they get wiped out when Sovereign fries your team as you're running for the kind of the
Well, that
the
wasn't
turbo.
Sovereign.
Yeah,
Harbinger.
Harbinger. Sorry, it was Harbinger. Now, it's implied that Garrus and Liara, your two squad mates at that point, get fried with the rest of the team. Yet, Liara and Garrus were present when people were climbing out the Normandy right at the very end.
Yep.
That's one of the little plot holes like that are one of the issues people have. With that, I say, you know what, you were unconscious when you got up to the Citadel. You could have been unconscious for any amount of time, and things could have gone different
Exactly,
ways.
and you don't know what the time differential is between those two occasions. And there is the bit where it's not only you're unconscious from when you're on the ground in landing Earth. How awesome was that? It being in London, by the way, that was
Love that.
That was
Absolutely.
wicked.
We didn't go to America at all. We were in Vancouver, and then we were in London.
Yeah.
I think there was some discussion of something. Of something in America. I can't remember what it was, though.
Oh, yeah, but it probably got blew up straight away.
Whatever. We know that the Alliance headquarters is in New York, right?
Whatever.
Nope.
Haters.
Pretty sure it was in Vancouver, actually.
Yeah. Presumably upon the site of the Bioware offices, I would have thought. But actually, no, they're in Montreal. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But what was I saying?
Anyway.
I was saying about it was little things like that in the ending, and I think it's arguable that you don't get confirmation that they're dead. Although if you if you're an iPad or an iThing owner, I highly recommend buying for, I think it's about £2 or $3, The Final Hours of Mass Effect 3 by Jeff Keighley. It's like an interactive book, and they actually show you some of the deleted bits of the scenes. It's full of spoilers, so if you haven't finished the game, don't buy it, but we probably just spoiled it for you for listening to it anyway, so it probably doesn't matter.
You shouldn't have been listening to it, definitely not this far.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, there is a bit of that scene where you look at the dead bodies of your squad mates, which would have made squaring that a bit more difficult. But, for me, the last kind of 2 hours of the game were excellent, I thought, and kind of had real gravitas and really made you feel like, right, you're all banding together and you're really going for it. And yeah, the ending was a bit, and I thought the kiddie apparition or VI or whatever it was, I thought, all right, okay, it was kind of foreshadowed in those dream sequences, but I thought it was a little bit naff. But there are some interesting theories out there, like, actually, is the whole thing a dream sequence, or are you actually indoctrinated at that point?
That's definitely my favourite theory. Yeah. And there's... go on.
That
Go
one
on, Kev.
blows minds. No, I'm just saying the indoctrination theory is like the one thing that you can take away from this whole fiasco that's been going on the internet that's actually quite interesting.
Yeah, that's what I think. It's like so many things got pointed out to me. It's like I never realised James talking about the humming Vega, talk about the humming. It's like, well, okay, there's something going on there. That's definitely a sign of indoctrination. And then there are so many signs that go to it, like Anderson appearing next to the Renegade choice, the elusive man next to the Paragon. It's like it completely flipped. So, and why
I thought
the Star Child goes out of his way to say destruction is the wrong choice. Do not do that.
Don't tell him he's now known as Star Child.
That's one of the names he gets given.
Also
I like
Godchild and
the glowy little shit is what I like to call him.
Alright, we'll use that then.
I just took him as the embodiment of the Citadel.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of because he's obviously the child in the early sequences of the game who gets blown up in that shuttle, so whether or not it's just Shepard imprinting that, or whatever the catalyst is, kind of finding a form that would be kind of have an emotional response from Shepard. I don't know.
Yeah, meaningful to him.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I think they very much wanted to leave as many questions as possible at the ending, and I don't think it was as ideal as it could have been. But
well, if you ask the guys from BioWare, they say we wanted to make it memorable. Well, guess what?
It's
you got
memorable.
Petitions, you got everybody talking about it.
Yeah.
I think you've done your job.
Yeah, it's memorable, and I'd go one step further. The other day, I was just shooting the shit, talking to somebody about it, and I was like, what if this was BioWare's plan all along? What if they're like, okay, we're going to put out this ending, people are going to be pissed, and then we're going to put out this $20 DLC that they're going to want to buy to give them a more ending.
Yeah,
there is that possibility.
I think the main issue people have, the only coherent argument that people have had that makes any sense, is that several months back, Casey, what's his name? Casey Hudson. I keep thinking of Casey Lynch, but that's the editor-in-chief of IGN, and that's not him. So Casey Hudson was quoted as saying, look, we can't do a disservice for our fans by ending this game with an ABC ending. And what they ended up giving you was an ABC ending. And despite the fact that one of those endings was actually thematically perfect for the way I played all three games, it's still a bit of a cop-out.
I mean, I think what people are expecting was that, all the variables that are being tracked, all 7,000 or whatever, were going to directly feed into the final minutes of the game.
Yeah, and this is the problem. The thing is, people I'm sorry to interrupt too much,
That's
but
all right.
People have been arguing that your player choices throughout the games affected so much more than they actually did. They can't get their head around the fact that it was always an illusion. You always had a start point and an end point that was going to be the same for everyone, with certain beats in the between being exactly the same for everyone. The narrative was always the story beats were always the same. You just got to those different points in slightly different ways.
But what was amazing, I mean, much like I hate to do Jeff Keighley's PR work for him, there's some great little segments in kind of the final hours of Mass Effect 3, that interactive book I was on about, where it actually takes a couple of scenes and allows you to make all the little different choices that feed into them. And like things like, when just before Ashley ends up in hospital, and there's a big explosion, whatever, depending on what choices you've made, like how you behave to Ashley in the past, if you have a relationship, whatever, even alters little things like how she is carried to the sickbay bed by Shepard. Little things like that. And I think, actually, it's all those little choices where the beauty of the Mass Effect series are. And yeah, it had to end, and they had to have relatively few choices at the end, but there's some great stuff leading up to it, like the scene with the elusive man and Anderson, where actually a lot of the choices you made do feed into that. So, but anyway, it's a shame it's over. I think we're all going to be sad when Mass Effect 3's over, and much like this video is, by the look of it.
It's a shame this video's over, because I've got a ton left to say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're coming up. We're obviously Mass Effect. The Mass Effect series as a whole is quite emotive for everybody, and we're aware of that at BigRedBarel.com. So we're going to be scratching our heads to see if there's any extra content we can put out for you guys over the coming weeks. I think I can say that without committing us all to absolutely crap loads of work. So yeah. So there we go. So anyway, that was a Geth mission in Mass Effect 3. We hope you enjoyed the ramble.
Yep. And if we spoiled anything for you, you should have listened at the beginning when we said spoilers.
Yeah, we warned you.
Precisely.
And I didn't say makeover once in this.
You want to know why? Because we didn't see one. If we would have done, the one towards the end in London, you would have been. Oh, look at Mako! He got a makeover.
I would have been.
If for some reason you went Australian, I don't know why.
I've got to say the handling did look like it had improved. So technically, the Mako did get a bit of a makeover.
And the official Alliance colours changed from Mass Effect 1 from black and red in Mass Effect 1 to blue in Mass Effect 3.
You're bloody obsessed with that.
It had another makeover. So I was right, mofos. That's I was right. I was talking
Stream
sense.
Makeover Mass Effect Edition.
Yeah, Pimp My Mako.
That's what it was.
Pimp My Mako. That's what it was.
Oh Jesus!
Did I mention space herpes this episode?
Yes, you did actually.
Yeah, you did when we were talking about how beautiful that Tally turned out to be, and you could suck it because you were like, "Oh, she's ugly." I saw that email where you said
God
she was
knows
ugly.
we can't get through a ramble with bloody Dan on without herpes coming up in the conversation.
but for Tally, right, who's missed No Immune System 2012, I'm just giving her a random award for something, I don't know.
That would be 2010 actually, because in 2012 she's adapted.
No, she's still in the suit. Their immune systems are still rubbish.
No, but she can still have sex with Shepard because her body has adjusted. She doesn't need the immune boosters and stuff.
Oh, you know what? Let's just call it a day, guys.
Yeah, we're wrapping this up. So thanks for everyone for watching this and listening. But we're wrapping up now. Shut up, Dan.
Space herpes.
Are there a lot of herpes in England?
Yes.